Hey all, it's Tim Gwaine, and so I'm going to talk a little bit about um, our next day of our challenge. It is day 6 of our challenge. Technically, it's probably going to be day 7 by the time you see this. This is real late. I can't sleep. I did a little bit of study. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and um, I've had a bit of an interesting day, so but that's not what we're here to talk about. So I'm going to chat just a little bit about what our challenge is for today. It was actually to learn about shielding ourselves and what to do, how to do it. We were supposed to do some study if we didn't know anything about it. I knew nothing about it. Um, can honestly tell you that I probably still know nothing about it. So it's going to be something that I'm going to have to practice. Um, but through my little bit of study, let me turn this music off just because I don't want to have it really detract from what I want to say. Um, so shielding is really for our protection. Um, it's to kind of keep the good energy flowing in and the bad energy out. Um, and that could be anything. That could be just stuff that happens in life, regular everyday stuff that happens. It could be from people who come around us who have kind of that complete um, yucky stuff that goes on. I read a book many years ago, and it was a Christian-based book, but some of the some of the personalities that it explained were very real. I'm sure you've met some of these people, and one of the things that shielding does is it keeps us from the description that the author of this particular book wrote of the 500-pound sponge, the one that walks into a room and just kind of soaks up all of the energy and all of the positivity in the room and just creates sort of an essence of chaos. Um, I've known these people. I've been with these people um, on a number of different levels, and they just suck the very life right out of you. Everything about them is negative. It's horrific actually to even be around them. You just want to scream because they're even in the same room. Well, that's kind of what shielding is about, is keeping that negativity from really affecting you. Um, from the studies that I did this afternoon, once we got our challenge for the day, uh, I was looking at different things online, and I found a couple that I think are really cool. So those are what I'm going to talk about. One in particular, because I really liked what she had to say. Um, I found a couple of videos because, of course, I wanted to put this into practice as soon as possible. So I did an admittedly very cursory um, um, look at it, and doesn't mean that I'm not going to really study this in the future, um, but what what the shielding does is it protects us from not only our own personal rituals when we're calling forth um, different things and we're trying to use our magic to accomplish certain things rather than the magics control us. It helps us to kind of control and balance the magic ourselves. Um, but it also protects us from those negative energies from the other people. So um, the one the one that I think I'm going to be using comes from an English lady, and I want to watch her video again over and over and over again because she was adorable. Um, Loved her accent, by the way, too. Um, but what she talked about was using the elements. As a druid, that's what spoke to me. Um, as an Aries and the cardinal fire sign, and one who really relates to fire, she did mention fire, and the minute she mentioned fire, it was like, here's my shield. That's the one I'm gonna use. I'm gonna call on the other four elements. Obviously, as a druid, I want to use earth, um, air, and water as well. But fire is really, that's going to be my protector. I really believe that. Um, but the rest very easily could be. Now, what it is it's very much a visual thing. I think it's as much in your mind as anywhere else. But what I'm learning in my path so far is no matter what, um, whatever we do, it all starts here. We started here, and when we visualize it, then we can make it real. We want to manifest what we see in here to happen out here. That's what magic is. So when, as a druid, I am um, calling forth my shield, and after I've centered and grounded, and I'm ready to start a ritual, or I'm ready to start my day, or I'm ready to finish my day, I draw my shield. I want that. So um, I've been breathing. I've grounded, um, and so I will do this kind of in an odd way when I call forth my shield, because the one that I want to focus on is my fire. So I'm going to start. Um, I'm going to start in the east with air and call forth air to to blow through me and to rush around me and to blow off the the bad, um, to cleanse me from the dust of the negativity that has fallen upon me. Um, then I'm going to go to the south, and I'm going to call forth water to run over me and to just wash me and wash me clean of of everything, and just visualize that waterfall just kind of falling down over me and giving me clean everything from my aura to my skin, deep down into my soul, running off onto the earth. And then I'm going to call the earth to support me and to hold me and to protect me. So I'm going to the west, which is where I think earth should be, in my practice. Um, call forth the earth and let the earth really just um, ground and like I said before, support me. Then I'll move north to fire and ask fire to come and just rage all around me to burn away the dross and to completely purify me, um, and all that surrounds me, and to protect me, and to only allow the pure to come through and fill me and touch me. During the day when I do that, I'm going to do that for anyone who comes into my presence, anyone who walks by me, anyone who speaks with me. Just let the purity go. Any of the impurities, any of the fear, any of the hate, any of the negativity will be burned away, blown away by the air, washed off by the water, and and then sunken into the earth, um, to be forgotten by me, and only the pure will come through. At night, um, my thoughts, my dreams, all of that are going to be purified by the fire. It's going to be nothing but the best. That, you know, when we watch the embers as they're burning down, how beautiful is that when you see the embers of the log and they're just kind of glow, and they're just there's enough light to see, and it's beautiful, and it's pure, and it's bright, and there's the white, and you don't see the filth, because that's been burned away. You just see the beauty of what is left. So that's how I see my shield. That's how I see how I'm going to be walking through life, is the air blowing away everything that doesn't belong, um, everything that's not solid, everything that's not worth me. Um, I'm just going to be that selfish and say that everything that is not worth being a part of me gets blown away by the air. It gets washed clean. I get washed clean by the water that flows, and by that constant running of the element of water, and it seeps down into the earth that supports me, that gives me strength. It takes away the bad and it gives me up the good. One of the reasons why I love sitting at the base of the old man is that I can feel, as I'm leaning up against his trunk, I can feel his power just kind of coming into me and lending itself to me, and then flowing right back down into his roots. and it's just kind of this symbiotic relationship that I have with the old man. The old man is he's going to be the subject of pretty much everything I talk about. So I hope you don't get tired of hearing about the old man, because I will never get tired of talking about the old man. Sorry, not sorry. Um, and then, last and certainly not least, um, more than likely more important, will be fire. Fire being the thing that will purify everything around me. It will purify um, my life. It will purify my heart, my aura, my chakras. It will strengthen me, and it will purify anything that comes toward me. It will burn away the negative. It will only give me the positive. So that is our day's um, challenge, and I'm going to put this all into practice again, with the breathing, with the grounding, um, understanding that I need to do this every day so that I can get into the habit of those steps. Um, Everything in my path is going to be about those steps. Right now, um, I am working toward um, stepping up to the third level and partially into the top level, just by understanding my relationship to um, earth, sky, and sea, and or land, sky, and sea, and earth, air, water, and fire. So I'm learning all of those. I'm still working on those. I'm heading up to those, but I'm still working on my internal journey, and I'm still reaching out to the external world, and I still acknowledge that I am me. And so those are my thoughts for today's challenge. So I'm going to go for tonight. I'm going to process this. Hopefully it works. I've been watching sort of out of the corner of my eye, and it seems that the video is moving very slow, so I'm going to see how that works. I'm going to test it out first before I start exporting it. And if it winds up that it's just a piece of crap because of everything that I've had to say, I'm still going to post it. I'm not going to like it, but I'm still going to post it. So, that is it for tonight. So I will let you go, and I wish you all blessed be.